Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alia Nabiha. I'm a third year medical student currently studying in University College Cork, Ireland. So today I'll be sharing my reflections on the 23rd juz of the Quran. And the verse that I choose is the 8th verse from Surah Az-Zumar. And the verse is as follows. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَإِذَا مَسَّ الْإِنسَانَ ضُرٌّ دَعَا رَبَّهُ مُنِيبًا إِلَيْهِ ثُمَّ إِذَا خَوَّلَهُ نِعْمَةً مِّنْهُ نَسِيَ مَا كَانَ يَدْعُو إِلَيْهِ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَجَعَلَ لِلَّهِ أَنْدَادًا لِيُضِلَّ عَنْ سَبِيلِهِ قُلْ تَمَتَّعْ بِكُفْرِكَ قَلِيلًا إِنَّكَ مِنْ أَصْحَابِ النَّارِ. صدق الله العظيم. When man suffers affliction, he cries out to his Lord, turning to him for help. But once he bestows upon him a favor by his grace, he forgets what he cried and prayed for earlier, and claims that others are equal to God, thus leading others astray from his path. Say to him, enjoy yourself a while in your disbelief, for you are one of those destined to the fire. In this verse, Allah is mentioning the nature of human beings in two different situations, which are at times of hardship and at times of ease. At times of hardship, humans cry and plead to Allah, asking for help, knowing that only Allah can remove the affliction and solve the problem. But it turns out differently when humans are bestowed with a lot of ni'mah from Allah. He starts to forget what he cried and prayed for earlier, and start to think that all of the things that he has is due to his own effort. He starts to worship his own desires, his wealth, his intelligence, his family, and he starts to put other things as the same level as Allah. For both conditions, ease and hardship, they are both a form of test from Allah to see who are among us that remain grateful and sincere in our faith. I want to relate this verse with the story of Prophet Ayyub A.S. that is mentioned in Surah As-Sad in the same juz. Prophet Ayyub A.S. was given 50 years of luxury, comfort and happiness. He had 7 sons and 7 daughters. He had all different kinds of wealth, livestock, real estates, jewels, golds, and all of the people in his community accept him as the prophet. Nobody disbelieved him. But then Allah tested him and his people. The first test was an earthquake that shook their land. All of his sons and daughters died instantaneously. And a little while later, thieves entered his house and stole all his livestock, burned his orchards, and murdered his servants, and they made him bankrupt overnight. Later, his health began to fail. He cannot stand and perform his prayers normally. Even his wife has to feed him, comb him, and bathe him. And the people that believed him before start to disbelieve him, and they are saying that he is being cursed by Allah. One day his wife asked him, "Why don't you ask Allah to relieve you of this? You are a prophet and you are a good man. If you simply say, Ya Rab, Allah will answer you and cure you and help you." But this is what Prophet Ayyub answered her. He asked, "How many years of happiness did we have?" She answered, 50. "And how long has this been?" 7. And in another narration, it was mentioned 17 years. Prophet Ayyub A.S. said, "I am shy before my Lord. I am ashamed to ask him for help and be so impatient that I cannot repay the 50 years of happiness that he has given with just a few years of difficulty." And their condition did not get better after that until they don't have food to eat. People are shutting their doors. And his wife, until at one moment his wife had to sacrifice. And when Prophet Ayyub A.S. cannot bear to see his wife suffering, he made dua to Allah. And the dua was recorded in Surah Al-Anbiya verse 83. "Indeed adversity has touched me, and you are the most merciful of the merciful." and immediately Allah answered him. He recovered from his illness, and Allah returns to Ayyub, his family, and everything that he had lost. So the first lesson that I want to highlight from this story is the sincerity of faith of a servant. Prophet Ayyub A.S. Was grateful when Allah bestowed him with all sorts of comfort. He performed his duty as the prophet, and he thinks that all of the things that he has is due to Allah's mercy. And he remained patient and grateful when Allah afflicted him with trials one by one. He didn't question anything until at one moment he made dua to Allah, and Allah granted his dua and gave him more than he asked for. So I hope all of us can remind ourselves to remember Allah in both at times of hardship and at times of ease, and remain grateful and hopeful in any conditions that Allah put us in, because we never know the hikmah that lies behind it and what Allah is planning for us. And don't ever give up in making dua to Allah. Thank you for listening, and I hope Allah grant us mercy and forgiveness in this month of Ramadan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.